It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the fun players to watch tonight, Isaiah Thomas. He was the last player selected from his draft class of 2011. But, Shaq, I bet GMs want a redo on that one, man. He can just dominate games offensively.
You know, he's not really tall. He's 6-something, not above 6'4", but this guy's fearless. You know, his speed and quickness of the release of the shot, he can get a shot anytime. And what I really like about him, he's gritty. He'll fight you.
If he's more than 5'11", I'd be surprised. But when he gets in the zone, he's one of the most difficult players to handle. He could take over a game, Ernie. His quickness, his speed, just all-around offensive prowess.
Is he anything like the other Isaiah Thomas?
No, he's different. The original, the OG Isaiah Thomas was very, I would say, a leader, more of a leader. He's more a lead guard. Get it? He likes to score. This guy led the team.
Nice.
Thank you.
You got the Shaq seal of approval.
Yes.
What more can you want? It's almost game time.
I got the shield. Get it?
Let's take them back.
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Parker out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. That one wide left. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The rebound still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Five to shoot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on David Lee. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
And the first one drops.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
And Parker drops them both.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Carter Williams. He feeds it to Monroe. Shoots from 14. The shot is off. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Turner dishes to Smart. Lee against Monroe. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And David Lee missing time early last season with that hamstring injury also opened the door up for Draymond Green to kind of take that starting power forward role. And give Lee credit, though. Didn't sulk, just threw himself into his new role as a super sub.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Greg, you're talking about David Lee, the 2-time All-Star. Pretty much a starter most of his career, though. A big change, Clark, as he came off the bench this past season after he was injured in the preseason.
Yeah, you know, you think about his game, though, Kevin. Highly skilled, mobile, smart. Gives you energy and scoring. I think he's ideal coming off the bench.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. One thing about David Lee is a proven scorer and rebounder. Clark, health, though, has been a concern.
It has been very durable early in his career, Kevin, but of late we've seen hamstring issues, back issues, and torn hip flexors, and that's taken a toll on him for sure.
Now here's Carter Williams. Shot clock at 5. Monroe with a screen on Lee. Carter Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's Turner off the drive. Pass to Zeller. Middleton against Bradley. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Boston again missing.
And guys, for David Lee, when healthy, he can absolutely fill it up. I mean, he's a terrific offensive player, can score over both shoulders, a really solid passer, and of course, a volume rebounder.
And so it's Boston with it, following the 3 by Milwaukee. Here's Smart. And good on the basket. Booking. Smart's got his first points in this one.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move. And David Lee reworking to improve his mid-range jumper going into last season. When he's hitting that shot, guys, he's almost impossible to defend.
Now here's Turner. Craig Monroe with the rebound. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Dishes it to Carter Williams. Back to Middleton. The feed to Monroe. Good D by Lee.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The shot by Turner, no good. Bucks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Middleton with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Here's Parker. No good. Good D by Lee. It's stolen by Bradley. Turner up top. From the top of the key, he buries it. Turner's got his second basket. 59 seconds left in the first quarter.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming onto the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. "56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And that one's good. Parker.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Outside Thomas. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
24 seconds left in the first. And Jerebko has it in the corner. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Jerebko's got his first 3 points of the game.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Henson with the screen. Mayo, and that's for two. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston and stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
The big men are Sullinger and Olynyk. Thomas is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Jerebko in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Now here's Thomas. There's the screen. Feeds it to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. Off target at the rim.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Crowder. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Henson with the screen. Now here's Vasquez. Defended by Crowder. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Thomas with the ball.
Boston timeout call.
to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Monroe. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Zeller. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Middleton with it. Now guarded by Bradley. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. Trying his luck deep. Poked away. Monroe against Zeller. Monroe the pass to Henson. Here's Carter Williams. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Carter Williams has got 5.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out. But for Boston, they had to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Monroe, no good. And Brad Stevens now in his 3rd year coaching the Celtics. Greg, I know you admire him from afar. Good fit for the franchise. Good fit, Clark, for a young team.
I agree with you completely on all of that. He stresses team unity and selflessness and sets the example and tone with his demeanor.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming to the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Passes it to Henson. Inside. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Clark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Right. Now, here's Bradley. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Out to Turner. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Turner's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's the pass to Middleton. Takes the three. Lee gets the rebound. And here's Bradley. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Middleton. Shot is off. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Celtics lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, David, obviously a very strong first half. What's been the philosophy of this team and how you mentally set your focus as a group to come out and play your best basketball?
We just need to keep being consistent. We're a team that's going to stay humble. That's not an issue with us. We're trying to play defense, rebound the basketball, and then just share the ball in offensive ways as a team.
David, it's been a complete change in culture. Thank you for your time. Over to you guys.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Look at Evan Turner. What a contribution.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, the intangibles, that make a big difference.
Exactly. The numbers don't necessarily pop out, but he's really making his presence felt out there on the court.
Here's Middleton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in at the 5.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Bucks trail by 4. Now here's Carter Williams. He has 5 for 3. Middleton rebounded by the Celtics. Lee's got his 4th rebound in this one. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
And he gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bucks. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey guys, well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He was intent on running their offense through Turner. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
All right, Doris. Now here's Zeller. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Turner. Clock at 6. From 10 feet out, Craig Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, the confidence of the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Marcus Smart missing that last shot, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Here's Bradley. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bradley's got 7 points in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really liked. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
Group in for the Celtics. Olenek, he's checked in for Zeller. Jared Sullinger comes in for David Lee. Jerebko's checked in for Turner. And it's Crowder in for Bradley. And then for Milwaukee, O.J. Mayo is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Here is Bayless to the wing right side. Parker outside. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from 3 was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
Now here's Smart. Sullinger with a screen for Smart. The dish now to Crowder. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Some changes for Boston. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Marcus Smart. Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 5 to shoot. Fires from the line. Good D by Parker.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjusts to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
The Celtics have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Now Crowder still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Outside Mayo. Top of the key, Bayless. And Henson kicks to Vasquez. For the lead. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Bucks lead by 1.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Over to the wing. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Johnson. And Johnson missing again. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shot by Mayo is no good. Kicks it to Crowder. He dishes it to Thomas. Fires top of the key. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Oh, what a monster shot to close out the third. They've taken the lead going into the final quarter.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Celtics with the lead. Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Zeller is out there with David Lee, and it's Thomas in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Can't get it to go.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Turner against Middleton. Now here's Carter Williams. Not a lot of room. No good from 18. Here's Bradley. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Carter Williams with it. Now Thomas defending. Henson a screen on Thomas. Knocks it loose. Thomas with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go. And that's now 9 points for Avery Bradley. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point, and as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Bucks trail by 3.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
And you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
And the second free throw, good. And for the Bucks, a lot of their improvement came, Greg, as you're talking about, in their play against the Eastern Conference. They went 30-22, Clark, against the rest of the conference.
A nice step for a young team, but you look at it more closely. Basically, the Bucks beat teams they should have beaten, but you know, Kevin, the good teams do that consistently, so a good step for them.
Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by playing tough defense in front of their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
Now here's Thomas. Lee outside. Just 4 to shoot. Bradley. And right through it goes. Bradley's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Henson, a screen on Thomas. Carter Williams dishes to Henson. Cannot hit. Good D by Lee.
And as you said with the Celtics, it was the D at home that helped them get wins here. They'll want to be better than 1 game over 500 this season to get back into the postseason.
Thomas passes to Zeller. Stolen by Middleton. Up top, Carter Williams, guarded by Bradley. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Monroe. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
that
was, Kevin. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the bucket. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Carter Williams. That's good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming into the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Milwaukee.
Let's go Celtics!
.149 left in the fourth quarter. And the rejection by Monroe to tie it up. No good off the back of the rim.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Thomas goes in, and it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the board are your Celtics dancers. Give it up. Rebound, green light for free charge. Now let it hear it, man. Let's go Celtics.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Bradley. Great D that time from Middleton. The Bucks trail. Parker outside. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on David Lee.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And how big was that sequence? Ties it up with the tough basket and takes the lead with the and one.
Thomas goes in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Jabari Parker.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Shooting for Boston, David Lee will be at the line shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner, tight as me in an airport lavatory.
All right, then, let's get up! Let's get loud for your Celtics dancers!
.103 left to play in the final quarter. A shot by Middleton, wide open. It's good from beyond the arc.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Carter Williams against Thomas. It's stolen by Carter Williams, and it's the Bucks on the break.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
Yeah, zero tolerance for mistakes here.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. Inside. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Carter Williams against Thomas. Up top, Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Middleton with it. The alley-oop. It's tipped, but he gets it back.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Thomas outside. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Carter Williams. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
He went about his business tonight so efficiently on the offensive end. It was very savvy. It was a heads-up performance. It seemed like he had his hand on about every single basket, from scoring to assist.
There must be something about playing on the road that brings out the best in him. I haven't seen this in a player in a while. He gave a very focused and determined effort. And this effort is the biggest reason they're walking away with this win, Ernie, Kenny.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.